It's tarot reading time for today. So today has been a pretty long day, and I definitely blame that on the tarot. Um, so before we begin to really understand what the tarot means and just the overall definition of what the true meaning of tarot is, basically a storybook of life, a mirror into our consciousness. It encompasses all human experience, both spiritual and physically, and can be utilized to aid one into tapping into the wisdom of one's higher self. So, the tarot is a deck is basically a deck of 78 cards, each given its own imagery and symbolism. So each set, or should I say brand, is going to be different as far as the color of them, the pictures, just the overall meaning that's, in the book or whatever comes with the actual tarot cards. But, by consulting these, types of tarot cards, we can unlock our intuition and find a map to embrace our in destiny. The tarot teaches that our greatest powers and sources of information come from within as we peer into a looking glass to a certain greater awareness of ourselves and all of life's vast mysteries. The tarot is a tool to be honored and respected, with a vast history and a bright future ahead of it. So, let's get started on our daily tarot reading. So, for our tarot reading today is the tarot card pick today is Judgment. That is the tarot card for today. So, however the day goes, you'll be able to enjoy yourself by noticing how big a part is played by your beauty in your daily existence. There is no such thing as a senseless act of kindness. Like every act of kindness is going to be judged, since it has no since it has such power, to feed and empower your soul. You can salvage the messiah situation or cheer up the unhappiest person by appreciating the wonders that they are around us, or some examples of basically, senseless kindnessness, pretty much. So, with that being said, a lot of our acts of kindness are due to us just being pretty much genuine. So, before we can really get into the Judgment Tarot card, we got to understand the difference in between the upright tarot cards and the downright. So, the upright pretty much expresses external expressed energy, whereas the reverse tarot cards, which are downward, are internally. So, upright is externally expressed energy, and downright is internally expressed energy. So there's two different kinds. So, the Judgment. This is the upright meaning. In general context, pretty much, the Judgment Tarot card can indicate that you and or someone you care about are being judged too harshly by others. So, which means it can also indicate that you are judging people harshly or making snap judgments yourself. Alternatively, judgments can also be an indication that you have achieved a level of clarity or and composure that allows you to calmly evaluate yourself and your choices in order to make positive decisions. You have come through your past pretty much karmic lessons with increased self awareness, so you understand what you have done in the past that might upset the balance, and you are allowing healing to take place. So allow that to take place so you can move forward in a positive direction. Without that, no positive direction. If you have like a big decision to make when the major, arcana cards appear, use the case being resolved. If you have acted honorably and told the truth, this matter should be resolved in your favor. But on the other hand, if you've been dishonest, don't expect things to be your way pretty much. Not this time. You need to clear your conscience. Just clear it. And try to amend for your misdeeds, Try to really, you know, make the person whole again, pretty much. This is a major card. Can also signify being separated from someone. Also, you love either by ocean or sea. So, if there's someone that you love that, and this is so crazy, is because this might relate to my sister or that side of her family. Um, because they are separated by a loved one by an ocean or a sea, and you can expect and they can expect to be reunited. So this basically means if it's upright, it basically means and it is upright today. So I'm only gonna be reading the upright um pretty much just reading the upright tarot card meaning the judgment, because that's what it is today. So you can expect to see that person very, very soon, and it can also indicate that they're homesick. And a love, this is only love and relationships we're talking about right now for today. In a love tarot spread, if this is only if you're in a relationship, judgment can indicate that you or your partner might be judging each other too harshly. Beware of throwing blame or accusations at each other during an argument to try and provide a reaction, provoke a reaction. You might you may do more damage to your relationship that you mean to. You know, you need to instead try to sit down and talk through how you are feeling without trying to abort blame. You need to forgive past mistakes if you want that relationship to move forward. You may be able to breathe new life into the relationship that's fallen flat with simple, open, and honest communication. That is the number one downfall of relationships is communication. It can also indicate that others are judging their relationship or talking about you and your partner behind your back. And that might be like with family or co-workers. It just that broad of spectrum is very large, and it's really up to you to decide who in your life could be in that boat. The best thing you can do in this instance, though, is rise above it. It's pretty much all you can do. It's really their issue, not yours. Alternatively, the judgment can uh, significant, significantly being separate, basically, from someone you love, by pretty much indicating that give yourself a chance to know them before you decide if they are right or wrong. Don't always be too judgy of potential partners. And this is for um, single people. You know, it also reminds you to be mindful of how you come across, as you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You never do. So just always remember yourself, to think about that whenever you're in that type of situation. As far as, wanting to advance and really create that. And the upright in the money and career, and a career tarot reading, judgment can indicate that you're being assessed or evaluated. So you may be in the running for a promotion and not even know it, which is a good thing. So be careful how you represent yourself when this card is reading. You are definitely being watched. If you've been letting projects slide lately, now is time to pick up the slack before you lose an opportunity. Financially speaking, this is all money and career. Judgment tells you to be careful with money and not to make snap judgments and stuff. Make sure you have all the information you need and to make an informed decision before making any big purchases or investments, say a car, house, etc. It just, you wait. It can also indicate a loss in a lawsuit. So, or you don't do anything that could be negligent or lead to trouble, like dangerous driving, or make sure insurance you need to have is up to date, because that it also could be that. So when you read on health on an upright judgment card, it can only signify a, I hate that word, signify, but I love using it because that's really the only word you can use in this context. So with health of a judgment card can signify, there it goes again, a period of healing and wholeness. Pretty much, it's just this card is just pretty much a healing and wholing of after a difficult illness. You have come through the tough times pretty much and learned from them, and you are ready and willing to take all the necessary steps to help you on the road to recovery. Pretty much, that's judgment. You got. So this is the big one that I love talking about, is spirituality in the upright. So it signifies spiritual awakening. You have learned the karmic lessons of the past, and you now understand what the universe has been guiding you to. This is pretty much the judgment of judgment. This is what you want to achieve. You're ready to take a more enlightened spiritual path, which is cool. And the judgment tarot card can indicate that you've found your spiritual calling, and or you may be going through a spiritual rebirth or renewal. And for me, that is definitely what is happening. I am having a huge spiritual rebirth, and I am loving it. It's opening up a whole lot, and all this is upright, and so it's all externally. It's all external. Well, you remember that. And it's I prefer to not have so much judgment. Like, you got to come in a time to where you got to stop judging people. You really do. It's that time where you just got to get over it. And, even if you don't forgive, you ain't got to forget. But you gotta stop judging. You gotta move past it because it is not going to help your situation out. It won't be good for your money, your spiritual. It won't be good for none of them. And another thing, you really have to understand, what should I know before making a decision? What might be preventing me from advancing in my career? Or what can I do to prepare myself pretty much to receive a long lasting love? Them are all judgments based that you do upon yourself that you can get better at. And it's not always the up to the next person to get it. It's a lot of times up to you. But I always forget to say hit the like and subscribe button for more tarot readings. But that is the tarot reading for the 17th of February of 2023. So, um, if you want any personal tarot readings, just hit the comment and comment your name and your email, and I will definitely get back to you.